Why would we be scared of bats?
I'm not scared. They come at night.
They come at night. That's right, when it's kind of dark out, right? What else would be scary?
I like bats.
Yeah, we heard you like bats, don't you?
I like bats.
Why would some people be scared of bats? What's scary?
And zombies are very, very scary. Monsters.
But they're not real.
Not real.
But let's talk about bats. And you said your mom doesn't like them. A lot of people don't like bats. Why do you think they don't like bats?
I don't.
Why don't you like bats?
Yeah, because I'm scared.
Yeah. Lots of
bats.
you like bats, and you don't like bats. But there are a lot of. Do you like bats?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, one thing that's scary about them, I've been. They don't say rawr. Do bats say anything?
No, they say
They do. They squeak. Okay. Shh. Everybody, be real quiet.
Lions say
Lions growl loud, but bats say a tiny little sound. Can you, everybody, be really quiet? If you can make a sound that a bat makes, make it right now. Is that a scary sound? No, bats don't make scary sounds.
And
but
they eat apples, they don't drink blood.
No.
But they suck your blood.
Well, we don't have bats in Iowa that suck your blood. That won't ever happen in Iowa. So you can be totally fine with all the bats in Iowa. But, did you have a question?
My mom doesn't like bats, and my mommy was told about when me and my mommy and all my brothers and mom and dad were watching fireworks. We saw the one bat.
Yeah.
Scary guy, and I said squeak.
Very good. Well, let's read some storybooks about bats and see what happens with bats. Let's see. I have one called, let's read Little Bat. This story is called Little Bat. I think I heard from one of you that you like baby bats.
I love baby bats. You gotta stay down. You gotta stay down.
Well, you know, guess what? Bats sleep upside down. They hang by their feet, and they hang upside down. So this is actually,
Hey, you put it upside down.
it's actually right side up. That's how bats sleep. So let's read our story.
If you put it upside down, the bats will go up.
If I put the book upside down, the bats are this way. But that's not the way they sleep. They're this way. Okay. Yeah, here they are again, sleeping side by side. They're still upside down, aren't they?
They sound a little bit creepy.
Let's see. Bats seem creepy to people because they come out at night when it's dark, and they like to sleep in very dark places.
My mom does not like dead mouses.
No, that's true.
She does not like to see the blood.
No, I can understand that.
My mommy doesn't like seeing mouses in the blood.
I know. So you know what? We're going to read our story right now before we answer any more questions. Little Bat was nervous. She had never done this before. So take a look at the little bat's face. See Little Bat's face? How can you tell that Little Bat is nervous? How can you tell?
Because they're dark?
Well, look at his eyes. The mommy is sound asleep. She's fine. She's not worried. But look at Little Bat's eyes. Is he sleeping peacefully?
No.
Make your eyes look like Little Bat?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I can leave them open.
He's kind of nervous. And his mommy said, "You'll be fine, Little Bat." "There's nothing to it, Little Bat," laughed Kingfisher. Here's a beautiful kingfisher who's awake at night also.
I saw that in that glass.
Yeah, we might have one. "Just take a deep breath, Little Bat," hissed Dragon. See this?
Dragon?
this little lizard that's a dragon lizard. He's on the branch. He says, "Don't worry. Do what comes naturally, little bat," urged Possum. Possums sleep upside down too. We have one of them out in our diorama. We can look at the possum sleeping upside down.
Possum look like a bat when he was not like.
Do you think so?
I see a mouse.
"Don't go too fast, little bat," squawked the parrot. See the little bat all scrunched up on top of his branch?
Look at that mouse.
Is there a mouse out there?
No, right there. The stuffed animal.
Oh, this is a bat.
Oh.
See?
We didn't know. He didn't know it was a bat.
It did look a little bit like a mouse, but this is a bat.
Yeah.
And see the back, they sewed little back claws on his feet because that's what he hangs onto the branch with.
And there's a polka dot at that other one.
Yeah.
How he stands.
That's how he hangs in the tree.
I'm not scared of bats. I don't like bats.
Okay, don't go too far, little bat, hooted the owl. And look, the little bat's hanging on for dear life. He's still nervous. See those big eyes? He's still worried.
Good.
Keep your eyes open, little bat, warned the butterfly. Look at that beautiful butterfly.
I love those colors. There's a butterfly over there.
I know, there is. You're right. Have fun, little bat, sang Sunbird. Another pretty bird that's awake at night.
Sunbird, I think they're supposed to go and wait at the night.
At nighttime.
In the daytime.
Good luck, little bat, cheered the quoll. I didn't even know there was an animal named a quoll. I wish I could come too, little bat, sighed the python. Whoa. A python is a big snake. They don't live in Iowa.
What do they live?
They live in jungles. Go on, little bat, whispered Mom. You can do it. You really can. See, the mom's trying to help the little bat hang from the tree. She's trying to help. That's what moms do, is they try to help. And all the other animals, look, everybody's helping little bat. They all want him to be able to hang the way he's supposed to, don't they? I can do it, squeaked little bat. I really can. See his little back legs hanging onto the branch and sitting down, upside down?
I know his legs upside down.
Uh-huh. His legs are hanging on.
Oh, I thought that was the feet.
Well, those are his feet up here. Yeah, those are his feet hanging on. His little back legs are hanging. Oh, wow, look at all the animals who are so happy that he did it. Hooray!
When I was looking at fire, when I was looking at fireworks, a bat just swooped down.
Yeah, yeah. That's one thing that makes bats scary is they kind of swoop and it feels like they're swooping at us. But you know what they're doing? They're eating mosquitoes and little flies and little creatures in the air. So, do you like mosquitoes? No. No. Does anybody here like mosquitoes?
I like mosquitoes.
Do you?
Do you eat them? Suck all my blood.
Right. Bats don't suck your blood. Mosquitoes do. And guess what bats do? They eat the mosquitoes. So we're glad that bats are here. Right, but we don't have those in Iowa, so you don't have to worry about our bats.
There's no bats in Iowa, so they can get. There's all kinds of bats. And then they eat blood.
Our bats are just helpers because they eat bugs we don't like. Yeah. So the bats in Iowa are helpers to us. And here's little bat learning how to fly. So that's little bat. Now it says 5 little bats flying in the night. And here they are. Take a look at something about those.
Is there a mama?
Well, take a look at these bats and tell me if you think this is a real story.
Not.
How can you tell it's not a real live story?
Because they're wearing scarves.
You are right. Do bats wear scarves? No. So we have a clue that this story is a make-believe. Okay. All right. 5 little bats flying in the night.
Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 little bats flying in the night. One flew away, far out of sight.
No, one count. One. How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
I'm 4.
The mother called the doctor. Shh. The mother called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more bats flying in the night." Can you say that with me? No more bats flying in the night. Okay. Right. 4 little bats flying all around. One bumped his head on the cold, hard ground. The mother called the doctor, and the doctor said, what does they say? No more bats flying in the night.
It looks like
And
a day now.
we had 4. Now how many do we have?
3.
3 little bats hanging upside down.
Hey, there's one of the purple, blue, purple, and pink.
One fell off and began to frown. Mother called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more bats flying in the night. Oh, you're right, flying up. They changed it every time. Here I was saying the same thing. 2 little bats nibbling on a peach. Bats love to eat fruit. Do you like apples and peaches?
Yeah.
Bats do. Bats like the same thing we do. There they are trying to eat a peach.
I like
And
the whole peach.
yeah, they're trying to nibble at it. One got mad and began to screech. The mother called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more bats nibbling on a peach. Oh, goodness. One little bat flying near...
Pink one.
Yes. One little bat flying near a lake. Let's see what happens to him. Flew so close to a hungry snake. Mother called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more bats flying near the lake.
It looks like the day.
Now there are no bats flying in the sky, no little bats flying way up high. The mother called the doctor, and the doctor said, see them all hiding there. The doctor said, let those little bats fly, fly, fly. And away they went. All those little bats like to fly. And see, there they are with their mom flying all around.
What? Does her have a blanket or that's her shirt?
I don't know. It's a make-believe story, so we don't know what that is. Now here's another one about bats. And take a look at the top of their wings. They have their little hands, and at the bottom they have their little feet. So this bat, of course, is not a real bat. And we talked about the fact that whoever made him made little claws for his feet, like this, so he can hang upside down. But whoever made this didn't make little claws up here where they really have hands. So a real bat would have teeny tiny little hands right there that he could hang on to it. Tinier, very tiny, like like this.
Like when I grow up, I'm going to be a cop. I'm going to be a cop too.
Okay. So now here's our story about bats. And is there anything, can you tell if this is going to be a real story?
Yeah.
It might be, because this doesn't have anything that couldn't be real, does it? Let's see. Bats dive and swoop and swerve through the dark night sky. Those creatures are nocturnal, meaning they're awake at night. Sit down, sweetie pie. And asleep in the day. Most people have never seen a real bat. Have you seen? Raise your hand if you've seen a bat. Oh, you have. You guys are smart. You have. Bats have played an important part in stories. Many people have thought that bats were evil spirits. Others thought they were friends of ghosts and witches. Because so many unkind things have been said about bats, some people still think they're scary. Actually, bats are shy and gentle.
Witches are not.
No.
I'm scared of witches and ghosts. And ghosts are not real.
But bats are shy and gentle, and they are real. But, oh, bats are mammals, as are dogs and cats and humans. All mammals are warm-blooded animals, and their babies are born alive instead of being hatched from eggs. Bats are the only mammals that can fly. I didn't know that. Bats can fly, and they're a mammal. So they have wings and eyes and a nose and an ear. Do you have all those things?
Yeah.
Do you have eyes?
Yeah.
Nose?
Yeah.
Ears?
Yeah.
Wings?
No.
No.
We only have arms.
But they have little hands and little feet. Do you have hands and feet?
No.
Yeah.
Every time I try to fly, with my yeah.
Yeah, flying doesn't
I
work.
can have wings.
I know, they're lucky.
To fly to preschool.
Wouldn't that be fun if we could fly?
Yeah, it will be fun.
Here's a picture of what they look like. See their little, whoop, their little claws up in front. Instead of a hand, it's a little claw. And the feet on the bottom. Oh, and look on the back of the book. What's that guy eating from?
A flower.
A flower. Wouldn't you love to have wings and be able to eat from a flower? Wow. I think that looks like the most beautiful cup I've ever had a drink from. That's a lovely thought.
I just wish
Okay.
I had a flower cup.
And here's this bat hanging upside down. Remember we talked about that? Oh, and here he is with all his friends. They're all hanging upside down.
So that's in their cave.
Yep, bats like to be in dark caves, and they love to eat fruit. This one's eating some grapes, it looks like. Raise your hand if you like grapes. I do too. Raise your hand if you would like to eat a mosquito. Would you eat a mosquito?
I
Ew.
eat a mosquito.
I wouldn't like that. Now, see this picture? This picture is telling you that bats can make a sound. And remember we made the bat sound? They make quiet little sounds because remember they're shy and gentle. And the sounds help them to see a little bit better because they're flying at night and it's dark and they can't see very well.
Is a butterfly flying at night?
Yeah, there are some butterflies who fly at night.
There might be butterfly who goes at night.
Yep.
Butterflies are good.
There are some.
Thank you.
No, not wasp. He said moth.
Oh.
There are some flowers that make their smell more intense at night. So that's why bats and moths love nighttime because of those certain flowers that smell more at night. Here's a bat that even goes fishing. That's unusual.
Ew.
That's unusual. Don't you like to eat fish?
Yeah, we eat fish. My mommy always. Don't just put it I like to eat
No.
Look. Cut it.
Yeah.
He's licking.
Yep. Yep.
Is he licking the blood?
Yeah, he was. There was an injured thing. So here's a brown bat and see him catching a mosquito? There's a little bat catching a mosquito. That's what we like him to do because we don't like mosquitoes.
Yeah, we have to slap.
Yeah, we have to keep slapping them, don't we? Now I have one more. Shall we read one more bat book called Stella Luna? Is the name of a little bat, and here's Stella Luna.
Is Stella Luna like your hamster?
Oh, do you have a hamster?
No, I think
Oh, I'm gonna.
No, it's dead.
Oh yeah, sometimes that happens.
Not Henry the Hedgehog.
This is a really, okay, we have a really special book here because it has parts to it. Look at that. See how the nest gets bigger? And here's a little bat flying. I'll show it really carefully to you. This is Stella Luna, the beloved fruit bat. And we're not going to read the whole story because it's kind of long, but oh boy, look at this guy. Yeah, look at that.
What is he?
I don't know. That Mama Bird flew away. Oh, this is Mama Bird. Oh, can you sit down, sweetie? Nope, 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 nope. Sit down, sweetie. This is Mama Bird, and she flew away, and she came back with food for her babies, but Stella Luna got in her nest by mistake, so the Mama Bird is feeding Stella Luna the bat. That's silly. Okay, I'm going to put him back in where he belongs. And let's see what happens next. Oh, there's the nest. And Stella Luna's hanging outside the nest, and the baby birds are inside. And here, look, Stella Luna starts to fly. He's a little bat, and he's gonna fly across the sky. So he thought he belonged with the baby birds in the bird nest, but he doesn't, does he? There's that nest, and look, he's hanging upside down out the bottom.
What's the mom? They're both looking at him.
They are, aren't they?
Eyes.
Oh, and there are the little birds hanging beside him. See, he's hanging down see his feet on the branch, and then the birds are beside him. Birds don't hang upside down, do they?
No.
No, they're right side up, and he's upside down. That was kind of a silly book. Okay, what's another animal? Let's look at all the animals who are awake at nighttime. Why do you think animals would want to be awake at night?
That's a giant book.
Isn't it big?
Wolf.
Why do you think animals would want to be awake in the nighttime?
Wolf.
Right. It's safer for them. Some little animals can go out and get their food without the wolf coming to get them or some other animal coming to get them. Some animals don't like, if they're cold-blooded, they don't like the hot, hot sun. So they come out when the sun goes down because it's cooler. Some animals come out when it's easier to eat. You're a tickler. And some fish don't even have eyes because they live so deep in the ocean. She's okay. Some animals are so deep in the ocean that they don't even have very big eyes because they don't look around very much. One thing that's similar about the animals that are awake at night, see how big his eyes are? Lots of animals who are awake at night have big, big eyes. So they can see lots and lots of light. Many cats are, look at the picture of the little boy. If he had eyes like a cat, that's how big his eyes would be. He would need eyes like, we would need eyes that big if we wanted to be nocturnal animals or animals that stay awake at night. And and look at the ears. Look how big your ears would have to be to hear the sounds that night animals hear. Isn't that a funny picture?
Elephant's ears are bigger than that.
Elephant's ears are. Here are some pictures of animals that might be awake in Iowa at nighttime. The bat, a moth, a raccoon and a fox, a badger, an owl, some cats, a toad, a spider.
A cat too.
Lots of cats like to go roaming at nighttime.
There's a worm.
And worms, yep. Have you ever gone for a walk in the morning and seen worms out on the sidewalk? They come out sometimes?
I only see worms sometimes, not a lot.
Not a lot, okay. Let's read, there's such a cute book over here. Let me find it. Here it is. I think this is the last one we have time for, called Owl Babies. I love this book. And this is about owls, and you see how these babies, two of them are a little bit bigger and one's kind of small.
A little bit big.
Yeah, so let's read what happens to that owl. Once there were 3 baby owls, Sarah, Percy, and Bill. They lived in a hole in the trunk of a tree with their owl mother. The hole had twigs and leaves and owl feathers in it. It was their home. So there they are, and their mommy put nice soft feathers and twigs so they would be warm and comfy. One night they woke up and their owl mother was gone. "Where's Mommy?" asked Sarah. "Oh my goodness," said Percy. "I want my mommy," said Bill. I think this one's Bill, the little guy. So let's see. The baby owls thought, all owls think a lot. "I think she's gone hunting," said Sarah. Do you think that could be true? Yeah. "To get us our food," said Percy. Could that be true? Yeah, they're thinking, aren't they? But guess what Bill said? "I want my mommy."
He's not.
But their owl mother didn't come, and the baby owls came out of their house, and they sat on the tree, and they waited. A big branch for Sarah, a small branch for Percy, and an old piece of ivy for Bill. "She'll be back," said Sarah. "Back soon," said Percy. Guess what Bill said? "I want my mommy."
Oh,
That's Bill.
Percy.
And Sarah. Sarah and Percy, I don't think are so scared, but little Bill's kind of scared. Look at way up in the tree. That's where they live, way up high in the tree.
I can see them really close.
It was dark in the woods, and they had to be brave, for things moved all around them. "She'll bring us mice and things that are nice," said Sarah. "I suppose so," said Percy. What did Bill say? "I want my mommy." They sat and they thought, because all owls think a lot, "I think we should all sit on my branch," said Sarah. And they did. All three sat together. That was nice of Sarah to invite her sisters and brothers to be with her.
And she said, "I want my mom."
I bet you're right. "Suppose she got lost," said Sarah. "Or a fox got her," said Percy. What did Bill say? "I want my mommy."
They're sleeping. And there's an owl up there.
Yeah, we have lots of owls here, don't we? And the baby owls closed their owl eyes and wished for their owl mother to come back home.
I thought they were sleeping.
I know, it looks like it, doesn't it? They're wishing that their mom would come home. Do you think she will? Let's see. Oh, look. And she came.
I don't know what were.
The wonderful thing about owls is they're so quiet. They are special birds.
They say, "Who?"
They do when they talk, but when they're flying, their feathers are shaped differently than other birds, and they're so quiet. Other birds go whoosh, whoosh, but owls don't make any sound when they fly. They're special that way.
And some owls say, "Hoo, hoo."
Yeah, they can make sound if they want to. Soft and silent, she swooped through the trees to Sarah and Percy and Bill. Here she's coming up behind them, and she's so quiet, they can't hear her. They haven't turned around to see her, have they?
So we can't hear her, right?
"Mommy," they cried, and they flapped and they danced and they bounced up and down on their branch. Look how happy they are. They are happy little owls.
Is that our mama?
"What's all the fuss?" their owl mother asked. "You knew I'd come back." The baby owls thought, because all owls think a lot. "I knew it," said Sarah. "I knew it," said Percy. "I love my mommy," said Bill. He changed his tune a little bit, didn't he? He loves his mommy. And that's the end. I love that story about the owls. Let's see if we have time for one more. Do you want one more story, or shall we go for a walk?
Go for a walk.
Okay.
And now I'm taking my baby.
Okay, you take your baby. She got her baby for her birthday on Sunday.